This reading is going to be, why are they not in contact? And we're also going to see if they're in your energy, and that's why they're on your mind, or maybe you miss them. Number one is going to be, today I am brilliant. Today every idea I have is creative, thoughtful, and full of potential. For number two, we have listened to how you speak to yourself in your head. Use kind words. And number three, happiness looks gorgeous on me. The stone that the deck chose is a stone that is known, well, it's actually a shell, but it is known for helping heal emotions. So this could be a connection that left you maybe feeling kind of wounded. And maybe you just want to know where they're at and how they're doing. So this is the deck that we're going to use today. It's an oracle deck. If you're not sure which number to choose, pick the one you're most drawn to. Take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. Or you can say 1, 2, 3, which one's most accurate and true for me right now, and whichever one or ones your eyes land on is the one or ones for you. Welcome, number one. You chose, today I am brilliant. Today every idea I have is creative, thoughtful, and full of potential. Take this moment to say to yourself, I'm brilliant. I'm creative. I'm using my thoughts to create my full potential. Now, think of the person on your mind. I already have one card that came up. This person's a bit messy and kind of all over the place. That's where you last met them, saw them. They're still in this energy. This person was meant to help teach you responsibility for yourself. This person is very immature. I think when you met them, you're not as mature as you are now. I think they were there to teach you that you have more emotional stability than you thought. So why are they no contact? Let's see. We have 14 cooking. This person is kind of plotting to make you look bad, because here is the thing, this person makes themselves look bad without trying. Unfortunately for them, not for you. And the good news for you is how much you've grown shows, and how much they're still very much, they've actually gotten worse shows. So they're actually cooking up more of a hot mess than when they started with. I'm seeing everything in this picture just falling to the floor. So everything they try, it's just going to go into rags, into ruins. They could lose a lot of money. Don't be surprised if this person is the type who would hit you up for money. We have running kids. This person will forever run from adulthood. This person is the type who wants to be a child forever. They will always want the person or people they're with to baby them. And even if they're wrong, they should be able to be a brat. I'm actually seeing someone who recently got really popular. They're in jail now. They actually went to jail for life and they're actually living it up pretty well. Their names are MS. Their name is MS, or their initials. Yeah, this person thinks they can do no wrong. They're completely in denial of how the real world works, and part of that is how they were raised. So this person's watching you. I would say be careful what you say and do, but it doesn't matter. They're going to fail regardless. So 25, hello, good morning. It says, I'm totally awake. Don't talk to me, with a giant cup of coffee. This person feels sexist, like their sex is the better sex. To be honest, they kind of feel racist. This person feels quite cruel, actually, and they feel like they're an addict who just is constantly partying all day and all night, and when they have to function for work, it's kind of like they go from drinking all night to energy drinks, as an example. Basically, from a downer to an upper. They're confusing their body, their mind, their soul. The reason this person is in no contact, I almost said in contact. This person's in contact with you in the way that they're watching you. But the reason this person is staying away is, as I said, they're trying to make you look bad. But based on my description, they make themselves look bad without even trying. So I personally would say if this person hits you up, don't talk to them. Don't do that icky thing people do when somebody wrongs you and talk bad about them on social media. You'll be sinking to their level and they're not worth the thoughts or words. So I would say that you're kind of thinking about them at this time, not because you're curious, but they've popped within your mind and you're like, why would I think of this person? Because your energy to me says they make you feel like, ugh, I can't stand this person. And rightfully so. They can't stand themselves, so no one would blame you. This is your vibe number 1. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Welcome number 2. The candle, I don't think you can hear it. I think you can just hear my mic. It's actually going the wick. You chose listen to how you speak to yourself in your head. Use kind words. And I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why I think the candle is doing this. This person feels very manipulative. I would say my posts on all my social medias today probably was for you to be kind to yourself, to be nice to yourself. I think that you've had a lot of people in your life who are very manipulative emotionally. I'm so sorry if this is your circumstances. No one deserves for someone else to mess with their head just because they think it's funny or they think it's fun or it makes them feel big when it actually makes them quite small, because clearly their ideas are very limited. And to be quite honest, probably so is their vocabulary. They probably say the same thing over and over and over. And it's like if they say it enough times, they're going to be right, but all they're doing is they just sound like a drill sergeant who was never a sergeant at all. They're just pretending. This is someone who thinks they are a master manipulator. This is a person who lies about everything. And this person has trouble keeping up with their lies when someone pays attention. Let's say they're talking about something that people don't really know about. This person will try and use that to their advantage, but if someone knows the subject, the topic, they will question them, and this person will try and backtrack, but it just makes them look just as, well, unrealistic, complicated, and disgusting as their energy is. And I want you to know this person is actually getting tarot readings on you. I believe this person started talking to you, you had a strange vibe, and then they quit talking to you and you don't know why, but you have a feeling that it was for the best, and it really was. This person will come back in and say they were busy or give some kind of excuse. Do us both a favor and say, I don't even remember talking to you. Just that is for the best. And I want to tell you why. Should you divulge this person and speak to them and act like you know them, you give them an inch, they'll go a mile. They'll say, oh yeah, I'm sorry. And you're like, oh, okay. Like, even if you say, I don't care, don't give them that. Because they'll be really rude and be like, of course you don't care. Of course you don't care. I bet you don't care about anything. This is what this kind of person would say to someone. They go from being irresponsible, not being consistent, that is being irresponsible. When you communicate with someone and you commit to having a conversation, because that's what it is. When you say hello to someone, you're committing your energy, your time, and your effort to say, I want to get to know this person. Otherwise, why do you speak to them at all? This person only speaks to people so they can feel seen, heard, and make everyone feel less than, because they don't know any other way of life. They were taught this as a kid. No, they don't want to change. Yes, this person is a true narcissist, dare I even say psychopath, maybe even a sociopath. For some of you, this person is literally so cruel to everyone, and their newest victim, they'll be nice, and then they'll turn back into ugliness. And then they'll be nice again, and they will ask for things, and then they'll be ugly again when they don't get their way. And as I say that, the candle sizzles again. This person will never have real love. This person doesn't want to know real love. This person would make someone break down, cry, leave them homeless, and laugh at them. That is why I say sociopath, psychopath. You could say, I gave you all my money, you left me with nothing. They'll be like, yeah, that was funny, wasn't it? And you'll be like, you truly are a disgusting human being. You use people until there's nothing left and you leave them desolate and hopeless. Now, mind you, if you choose to help this person and leave yourself with nothing, you are to be held accountable for yourself, because you did give all that to this person. Take it from someone who's been there. I have had past relationships where I gave them money and I didn't expect anything back, but when I was having a hard time, not financially, but emotionally, they couldn't be bothered unless I gave them more money. This is that kind of person. So if you're going through this, I'm so sorry. I know your pain. I couldn't tell you how many people I've met who are like this, but I've also met many people who are not. And I'd like to give you some advice that will really help you out. Give them nothing and see what they give you, because when you have nothing to give someone and they're kind and they're helpful, long term, that's a kind person. Now, I'm not saying like give people nothing on purpose, but I am saying if you kind of have a feeling about someone and it feels off and they ask you for something right off the bat, tell them that you've made other plans and you'd like to help them, but you already have other commitments. And that's if you get an off feeling. That's how you'll know who this is. So I'll go ahead and get your cards. Your reading is very interesting. It's like wanting to go slow and then hurry up, do everything. Like that's the energy. This energy is very, let's take our time to get to know each other and now let me rush you into commitments and doing things. I would not be surprised if this person love bombs. 1616 on the timer, if that means anything to you. You have 10 nice people. I think you're a very kind person. I think you helped this person a lot, and I think they took advantage of you. And you want to know if they meant to? Yes. There's not one person in this world, even themselves, they wouldn't harm, in all honesty. Evil genius. I love you too. Ha 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 ha. This is a confirmation that this person does have an evil mind. And yeah, they do choose that. Fake I love yous, laughing at you. If you ever tell them you care, they'll tell people around them, look at what a lame-o this is. They're so emotional. I don't even like them. I don't even know them. I actually knew someone like this once. I thought it was pretty disgusting. This person was all over someone else to the point to where this person actually thought they cared about them. And once they finally convinced the other person that, they were all into him, behind the person they were all over their back, they would laugh at them. And then they disappeared out of their life. Well, the other person that they love bombed and pretended to be obsessed with, I still was in contact with them and they would ask about this person. And I said, you really don't want to be around that person. This person does this to everyone. They pretend to be all over them. They pretend like they really like them. And then they talk about what an obsessed loser, stalker they are, when really we can tell who the obsessed loser stalker is. It's the one who initiated everything. I mean, you got what you wanted. You sent that energy and then you laugh about it. You're laughing at yourself. You're like, what a loser. They spent all this time. What a loser you are to spend all that time just to hurt somebody on purpose. Last card, 16, a random smile. That's interesting. I said if 1616 means anything, you got 16. So I would say that's definitely a clarification. If you see the number 16 a lot, there you go. Notice how this woman is trying to get this man's attention and he's too busy for her. This person pretends to be busy when it is convenient for them. Because it's easy. Oh, well, I had this. Look, if someone really wanted to, they would. You want to know how I know? I've been in the craziest situations and I've dropped everything I was doing. I didn't care how much money I was making. I didn't care what I was doing at the time. If I care about someone, I'll drop whatever the hell I'm doing and I'll go do it. I don't care if I'm in the middle of shaving my legs. I don't care if I have an important meeting. If you really care about someone, you'll talk to them. Say you're at work and someone's telling you they're having a really bad time and they're depressed. Say you need to go to the bathroom, text them, tell them you're there for them, and as soon as you're done with work, you guys can go eat your favorite snacks together, watch your favorite TV shows. That is someone who is really there for you. Someone who talks to you, someone who wants to understand you. Stay away from this person. Run. Run. Run, honey, run. Run as fast as your legs can carry you. Pretend you don't know this person. That is your best bet. And that's what I have for you. And number 2, this was your vibe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Welcome, number 3. You chose happiness looks gorgeous on me. And what I feel from this person, congratulations, number 3. You're the only one who got someone genuinely kind and considerate. This person is shy. They're a little bit insecure. This person is someone who knows they're attractive, but unfortunately a lot of people treat them like they're not. And that's what causes this insecurity. They get gaslit a lot. They have people, they'll be feeling really good about themselves. They'll love their outfit. And then people are jealous. And jealousy is, to me, the ugliest emotion you can have, because jealousy kills. Thief is the comparison of joy. This person will think they look really good, and people will point out, well, I actually don't like that. That's not a good color for you. Or, oh, what does your hair look like today? And you'll smile at them and you'll tell them they look good. And they're like, why does this one person compliment me? Why are they kind? And why is everyone else not kind? Because unfortunately, if you are attractive, take it from someone who knows. I was fat, ugly, and pimple-faced in middle school. And I had a nasty attitude because I didn't like the way I looked. I was miserable. And then I got older. I became attractive. I fixed my acne, and I couldn't tell you how many compliments I would get. And I'm like, I'm the same person. So many people thought I was, ugly. Even when I was nice, they thought I was ugly. Unfortunately. That was a hard time in my life. This person could have gone through something like that. They weren't attractive, and now everyone thinks they're attractive. So, this person, be gentle with them. The reason they're no contact is, like I said, they're shy and they're insecure. If you really want to spend time with this person, talk to this person, let them come to you when they're ready. Because here's the thing. If you message them first, if you jump on them first, they're going to be very timid and very afraid because they don't like aggressive energy. The reason they like you is because you don't come across as aggressive. You come across as very kind, very inviting. Your energy is very warm. You are someone who would smile at a stranger. You are someone who would, I'll use myself as an example. You're someone who would go to the grocery store and you'd see an old man in a wheelchair trying to find butter. And there'd be 10 people standing around, not helping him, but waiting on him, looking annoyed. You're kind enough to go up and say, hey, do you need help? You don't work there, but you can tell he's struggling. And you help him look for the butter, and he finds it, and he says, thank you. And you say you're very welcome. And you just go ahead and grab what you need and jump the line because you're kind. True story, by the way, it was sad. There were like literally 10 people standing around this poor man, and I'm like, even the workers were ignoring him. They were watching, but I see things like that a lot, unfortunately. You don't have 5 minutes to use your eyes when he doesn't have his. He's older. He's not hurting anyone. He's not going to hurt you. Help him. He might not have anyone who can help him. And I would say that's this person's case. They've never had someone be there for them. They've never had someone be helpful or kind or tell them they're beautiful. This person has had to build themselves from the ground up. And they're hoping you'll be the one person that maybe saves their life. Because if I'm honest, this person, every day they feel really low. Doesn't matter how beautiful you are, you can feel like you have nothing because, you know, when I was uglier or fatter, I had a lot of friends. And when I got thinner and prettier, I had none. And to this day, I struggle with relationships. I like girls and guys. A lot of girls, a lot of times, will get around me, will start making out with their man and stuff. And I was like, honey, I was looking at you and I don't want your man. That's how it makes me feel. I personally am not attracted to the sex of the person. I'm attracted to the soul of the person. And unfortunately, I've met a lot of souls who aren't great, but the ones who are great, I let them know. I'm very fond of you. I think you're amazing. And number 3, I'm very fond of you. I think you're amazing. And I'm very fond of this person. I think they're amazing because they still smile even though they're like crying inside. So this person's going through a lot. This person could have a loved one in the hospital and they treat them well even though they didn't. They're going through something right now, so don't take it personal. You just have to be kind and patient. But I assure you, when this person has decided, see, this person needs time to make sure that you really are the person you say you are. Because this person's been in a lot of relationships where people pretend they're nice and then within a month they're evil. So if you're not patient, leave this person be, but don't be rude to them, okay? We have 26, a cold beer. This person could have a night crack a cold one after a hard day, not gonna lie. This person's very chill, if I'm honest. 17, holding hands. This person never had anyone to hold their hand, but they'll certainly hold yours. We have 32. It's Friday. When this person sees you, this is their energy. Everything is good. Everything's wonderful. There are angels in the sky. Everyone's dancing. Like, you're kind of this person's peace, their happy place. And normally I would say it's unhealthy, but they're not attaching themselves to you. They're just grateful there's someone nice in the world. I have had moments like this. I had a coworker, and he had some issues. He was diagnosed with some things, but he was pretty normal, and he would get frustrated because people would treat him like an idiot. But he was very intelligent. It's just he wasn't like everyone else, and I was one of the few people who was really nice to him. And he always was so respectful and kind to me, but he would yell at the others because they would just yell at him, and it made me sad. It made me frustrated. So I was glad when I got to be his boss and work with him, you know. He was really grateful for that. And one time he asked me if there was anything he could do for me. And I said, how about $1,000,000? And he was so sweet. I'll never forget this as long as I live. He gave me a fake $1,000,000 bill. He actually spent his own money and went out of his way to say, if I could give you $1,000,000, I would. And that's one of the best gifts you can ever get. Someone who listens, someone who's kind. Some people might be like, that's stupid. No, that meant so much to me. And that's the kind of heart this person has. So be gentle, be kind, and be patient. This person is, you know, gonna take their time, but if you wait for them, it'll be worth it. Because you'll actually really get to know them. Right now, they're afraid. This is your vibe number 3. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you stayed till the end, make a wish upon this candle, and I hope that when the flame goes out, your wish will come true. Thank you all for joining me. I wish everyone well. Take care of your health, emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. Health first, it matters. Eat well today, drink well today, and know you are just as amazing as you want to be. You just have to see it. Many blessings to all. I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it helps you on your journey. This was your vibe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and thank you so much for supporting each other. Let's all continue to support each other, uplift each other, and impact the world in a beautiful way. You are the difference. You can make a difference. Be the beauty you want to see. Thank you for watching and thank you for joining me and allowing me into your energy. Now take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and just say, my wish has come true. Forget about it, let it flow, let it go, and before you know it, it'll be here.